Okay, hey guys, Kai from Kaiser Take Corner here, back with another manga review, and this is going to be a test to whether to see if you guys are interested in this series. Due to the announcement of it, it's been one of my first band or music mangas I've been reading, and one I stuck with because I was interested in it and everything. And after reading spoilers of some of the chapters from chapters on go and everything, and it's the manga called Fuka. It's a somewhat self-entitled manga slash sequel to the manga Suzuka. I'll give you a brief introduction about it, and I'll be using the main ideal. It goes, Yu Haruna has just moved to Tokyo, but while walking home in this new city, he accidentally hit by a girl leaping across a sign. Adding insult to injury, she accuses him to attempting to take a picture of her panties and breaks his phone that he was using for Twitter. Yu destined to meet this girl again, as while picking himself up, he noticed she left one of her CDs behind. That's the brief synopsis. I'll go more into detail with the Crunchyroll's depiction of the manga as well, and this is before I go into the recent chapter reviews as well, because like I said, I want to give a brief introduction to the whole thing of this manga chapter of this series as well, and hence why I'm not in my typical studio, because I want to do the first review of this series as a box, as in front of my webcam and mic, and I want to just give it to you as clear as possible, and I've got info and hands-on info for you guys, so I can give you this little information, and then I'll crack into the review. So this introduction is a little bit more of the in-depth detail of why I've chose to go with Fuka as my manga of choice for Wednesdays, and the reasons behind it, and an introduction for it as well. But other than that, that's pretty much all I'm going to be dealing with here as well. So like I was saying, I am going to be reading it via Crunchyroll. So I have got a Crunchyroll account, and I'll be reading it every Wednesdays because I read them officially. This is one of the 3 mangas. If you remember the poll, I've decided to drop that poll. The poll is going to be taken off and everything because it wasn't really going anywhere with the other 2 mangas that were there, because Fuka lost that run, and I've decided to drop the whole poll entirely, and I've decided to go, right, I'm choosing which manga that I want to read on Wednesdays to review for you guys, and I've decided to try out Fuka. Fuka seems to be, I'm mainly reviewing Fuka because mainly of the announcement of its TV anime, and I will be reading out the news, and I will be bringing up the image as well on here as well to give you a little bit more insight. So I will be putting it on XSplit and editing it, so it'll be like over the Superman canvas picture that you can see here, even though you can also see a little blank, but I'll be putting it over there and stuff. So this will be a long video as well, but I am going to be giving you guys a lot of information, that's what I enjoy about Fuka as much as possible. So like I said, I will be introducing Fuka as a new manga that I'll probably do every Wednesdays and everything. So the recent chapter is chapter 119 and everything, and I'll be reading it via Crunchyroll. So, but I won't be doing a live reaction or anything. I'll be just doing it here for you guys. But like I was saying, I will be reading the description of Fuka as well. So yeah, like I was saying, I will be doing a little bit of discussions and everything. So this might get a raw update, but at the same time it might not, because there will be some editings here and there. But while I'm discussing and chatting, I will be doing some edits and photo edits of the announcement and everything. So of the anime announcement, and because I hear a lot of controversial things with Fuka and everything, and because of how it was introduced, and if you've been keeping up with the manga and is one of the people that were always interested with Fuka, and always one of the kind of people that actually enjoy the band manga series of Fuka, because it's mainly a romantic drama of a band music, of a band getting together, of trying to hit it big. That's pretty much the premise of Fuka. That's really much the strive, with the main character Yu really wanted to make this band, but also falling in love at the same time. What really brings this to the reason why I want to review this manga as much as possible, but it all depends on the view count, because I go by the views of my videos rather than if people want it or not. If this gets the views it has, then I will be continuing reviewing it. It's like the Promised Lands. I asked if people want me to review that, and I asked them to comment down in the comment section if they want me to continue it. So far, it has got the views that I want it to get, and it's the basic views that a lot of my videos have been getting, but it has got the views that I have been wanting, and that it is there. So I will be continuing it into chapter 2. So you will be seeing chapter 2 of The Promised Neverlands, and Fuuka is going to be one of those as well. But like I was stating, it is going to be one of the cases where I will be doing this as an adaptation, and be careful that there is a lot of fan service in this page, so I'll be able to give you the full on synopsis and everything. This is going by just Crunchyroll, and if you don't know, Crunchyroll has been scanlating these officially, so these are the official translations for the chapters, and they are really good scanlations because these are the official ones. So their synopsis, I think this is what Kodansha has given them. This is the English Kodansha English translations for these. It goes, the new meeting always comes suddenly. The protagonist, Yu Haruna, moves into a new town where he meets a somewhat strange girl who doesn't have a cell phone. The girl, Fuuka, seems to have a strange allure that draws people to her, very much like a summer breeze. Looks like Yu has been caught up in one wild love story. That in some cases is true. I will be going a bit more in depth before I hit the intro for this. I will be continuing this discussions. So the intro will be like a iCard, like a title card, but I've been nattering on, but there's a lot of stuff I've been willing to show and been interested in for this thing, and I've been on the urge to actually talk about this because it's one of those type of things that I want to really discuss and everything. So like I stated, it is here. The actual image that I've got up is here, and it's a little bit blurred, so I'll try to get in a decent size, and then I will also get myself into a decent size as well. So yeah, so pretty much this literally tells you about the anime adaptation, that it's celebrating the anime adaptation being confirmed, and it goes to celebrating the best-selling banned manga out there. Like I said, it's been getting a lot of controversy and a lot of people not liking this manga, and some people have stated that Japan doesn't even like, but that's the controversy. Best-selling normally goes by the Japanese sales of manga when it says best-selling. So being classed as the best-selling banned manga really is contradicting people saying that it's not very good, it's not very well received or anything, but this states that it is a well-received series, and it's one of those manga series that I will be watching. So other than that, that is pretty much the quick anime adaptation I did give you, and I will go quickly into how this is also a sequel. So there is going to be some spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled before I go in, but if you have read the manga and you already know these spoilers, then you can continue watching, so please stay tuned. There is some. The reason why I also state that this is somewhat of a sequel, because this is a sequel to Suzuka, Keiji Seo's first manga, I believe, because the character Fuuka Akitsuki is the daughter of Suzuka Akitsuki and everything. And I'll give a quick early day bio of hers. Where it goes, Fuuka is the daughter of Yamato Akitsuki and Suzuka Ashihina. Well, because Suzuka and Yamato ended up marrying in the end of Suzuka, she becomes Akitsuki. From the prequel, Suzuka. So yes, this is the sequel to Suzuka. Now that's how it is really connected, because the main original titular character is Fuuka Akitsuki. She is Akitsuki, and she is the daughter of Yamato Akitsuki and Suzuka Hashihina, or Suzuka Akitsuki, if you want to go by that, because they also ended up married, and she was the original title. Later on, we get the introduction of Fuka Aoi. Fuka Aoi meaning Fuka blue, because Aoi means blue, and this Fuka is in a bit older and has somewhat of a nice similar aroma around, a similar essence of like Fuka Akitsuki, and both Fukas have met when they were younger as well. So there is that connection to the two Fukas, and that's how Sao Sensei was able to connect this and keep the title being called Fuka into this connection, because he made it so the two Fukas have met in a younger age, and really everything. And there's a lot of turmoil around the center of later on of when it came to the introduction of this Fuka, and a lot of interesting story plots and arcs, because this current arc is really interesting at the moment that it's on. But anyway, this was my introduction to you guys to Fuka, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have been interested in talking about it. I will be bringing the mic a little bit closer to me, so hopefully that is a little bit more interesting for you. So without further ado, I will be now going into the review. So like always, hit the intro. Hit it! Double up. Okay, so chapter 119 of Fuka literally continues on the whole issue between Fuka and Yui, really having a big argument. It also continues off where last chapter left off, where Yui was meeting his childhood friend Yuki. That's it. Yuki, where she ends up getting turned down by Yui. They're childhood friends, but she built up a love interest with him while they're growing up, even though she ended up becoming a very popular idol singer and pop idol singer in Japan, and got her record deal. And I think it was always Yui that always followed her, always showing that compassion of her music, always liking her singing and everything, and then gets turned down later on, but she ended up feeling good about this. That also ends up making him really realize that he ended up falling in love with Fuka Aoi. And so everything continues on where their manager telling them that the reason why Fuka was out of sync, out of practice, out of hearing, was because she was on her period, and it was stated in this manga as well that she was on a period and everything, and everything. So that's the reason why she sounded horsey and everything. And he also ended up presuming that she ended up going out with a guy from another band, and it seems like he really misjudged that. So he's decided that he will get the medicine for Fuka to apologize, and he says it out loud without that. So he also said that he was feeling jealous and thinking that Akaki was her boyfriend and they were getting it on, but really it was because of what women get at that time. It was her time of the month, and him just yelling it out in the chapter was really hilarious. I did find that hilarious, and him then getting scolded and everything, and we hear about how the band was and how Yui was a bad vocalist from some people, but they bought the CDs, and it really does make it nice that it was like that. It was the guy that was going to continue on track in college, but then got worded to continue being in the band and decided to become part of the band with Yui. I can't remember his name because this series is so much full of so many characters, and it's very hard to keep on with the track with the band names. But that guy who plays the drums, and he literally just tells you to just go on to go on apologize to Fuka and continuously, and then while Yu goes off to find her to see why she was taking so long, everything he notices Aoi being talked to somebody like a scary guy, probably a tourist or somebody that doesn't know the area, and was asking really for directions, and Yu or Haruna was really taking this on the wrong way, and it literally takes the persona of him taking directions, as in him trying to pick her up, even though, and he's then just comes up saying she has a boyfriend, everything, and then he discussed that, and Fuka herself said she had no idea she had, but that was more of Yu saying what he needed to say, and that's when Aoi then said that thanks for worrying about me, and Yu mentioned that she was getting pretty close with Akagi, and even Sen said you were going out or something, and Yui even mentioned that he always jumped, and it's true, you always ends up jumping to conclusions that I think is really, and then it keeps on going, is thanks for worrying about me, and you then just start to talk to himself going, what is this feeling, even though thanks for helping me out, remembering what his old girlfriend Fuki Akatsuki said, always saying thanks a lot of how she was. Oh, that's right, when I first became friends with Fuka, it's snowing, what happened, and she mentioned it, and he then starts to realise that his time with Fuka will always be in his heart. They are slowly fading away, but I don't think they're going to be slowly fading away. He will be holding and cherish those times at hand, and he's starting to finally accept that she's passed and that it's time for him to move on. And it took this while to understand that his feelings for Aoi, or the other Fuka, started to grow as well into this. So he then realizes to himself that he's in love with Fuka Aoi, and as long as it grows into this, at the end of the chapter we get some more things to what we could look forward to, and it states here that, and are we now going into more of the news of the anime. As for the review of chapter 119 of Fuka, I really enjoyed it. It's been an interesting love story again, with Fuka coming against jealousy within him, and finally letting go of his past love with Fuka Akatsuki, and it really is really nice. The art style, yet again, Sao Sensei really brung to the table. It was really beautiful. His art style always stayed on point, even back at Suzuka. He has that unique art style, and it always stays there, and it always keeps it attached to the characters, and you really has that nice little art style to it, and it really does hold well here. Definitely, if you read Suzuka, I've read a bit of Suzuka, but like I said, if you're going into Fuka, you don't need to read Suzuka, as this is also its own story, and it begins in its own way. It doesn't mention anything about Fuka Akatsuki being daughter of Yamato Akatsuki and Suzuka until later on. So that's it. But now let's go on to a little bit more in depth of the anime news announcements. And so first off, it goes number 1. Hear the songs referenced in the manga during the concert scenes. So they are going to be creating the songs that were mentioned in the concert scenes in the manga when they adapt those scenes. The concert scenes will have sound as well as lyrics that weren't seen in the manga. I can't wait to hear what the songs will sound like. The performances that can only be fully experienced in anime format are sure to make your heart tremble. That is one thing I'm really looking forward to, is the music playing in this scene, because like a lot of band manga, they can't really do scenes of them playing music because it doesn't really compare well. But if the manga's popular enough, they can really bring into the anime, and hopefully we get Sao Sensei a bit more in depth with the anime, where he creates the lyrics for these songs and everything to go with it, because there's certain ways I can picture how these are going. Hopefully the voice actors they get, the character voice actors they get for each character also brings that uniqueness, can also sing as well, because this is the kind of anime that needs that. Number 2, who will end up with the love? Who will he end up with the love triangle? Fuuka's a romantic comedy featuring a love triangle. Will Yukon hook up with the generic and assertive Fuuka Akatsuki, or the childhood friend and idol Kyuki Ashina? You'll want to see the moments these delicate, wishy-washy boys' hearts is swayed by love. And 2, well, the fan service is really depth and everything. I'm not going to talk too much about the fan service here, but it is one of those kind of things that really did bring on to the manga anyway. So yeah, so this was really my first review for Fuuka, and it was on chapter 119, and I'm really curious of what you guys think as well. If you want me to continue this, like I said, I'm going by the reviews or views of this chapter review and everything. So comment down below if you want me to continue it down in the comment sections below, and I will continue it as much as possible. So this has been my review for Fuuka chapter 119. I really did enjoy it yet again. Sao Sensei really went on point with this review. Really went on point with this chapter. The art yet again was really nice. There wasn't no sloppiness, but I love the dynamic that it's going with this arc. I really am enjoying where this is going now with the manga and everything, so I'm really enjoying it. I cannot wait for the anime to start as well. So this is my first review of Fuuka's manga, and also going to be the new segment as well. I'll be dividing the title as well, because Fuuka's such a short title for this. So Koji Sao Sensei really brung again another chapter where we are really getting into more of Yu's love for Aoi, and that he really is starting to fall in love with, and we're realizing that Fuuka Aoi is the next character he'll be falling in love with. It doesn't mean he will end up with her. We don't know how this is going to end in story terms, but it is really interesting of how it really shows the character development. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like always, please comment down below what you liked and didn't like about this chapter, or if you like, or comment back down below if you enjoy, or if you're happy that somebody's actually decided to review Fuuka on YouTube, because I haven't really seen much Fuuka reviews at all on this channel. And definitely when I tagged it in there was not a lot of reviews coming up on my suggestions when I watch my videos back. Definitely when I go back on the poll, on the first poll, when I said I want you guys to pick our 7 deadly sins, Yamada-kun and the seven witches, and Fuuka, and there was not a lot of suggestions, but this time around I've decided that I will just go with my own choice, and I've decided to do Fuuka, mainly because I'm really looking forward to the anime adaptation of this series, and I'm wondering how they will do it, because hopefully it's not as bad as I heard that the anime Suzuka was, where they cut out a lot of the chapters and everything, like 90% of the chapters of the manga, and really made it felt rushed, and a lot of key elements was cut out as well of the story as well, apparently, in the anime. So hopefully they don't go that route, and hopefully this stays as a faithful adaptation, and it gets to cover all the manga that it needs to, because this really is an interesting story. That this can be a 25 episode there's enough material for one 25 episode season. There's enough content there, so I'm really curious of where that's going. But this is more to do about chapter 119 of Fuuka. So comment down below what you liked and didn't like about that chapter of this week's review, and I will be reviewing Fuuka every Wednesdays because I read it on Crunchyroll. So stay tuned every Wednesdays for Fuuka reviews that will be coming out every Wednesday as well. So just stay tuned for that, and I'll be back for another video of an anime tokusatsu manga anime review chapter, whatever you want, back later on today. This has also been a news segment as well. I'll be back for some already news segments, so I'll be back when there's some news that I want to talk relatively on point. But stay tuned for tomorrow. Will be deciding factor of Bleach and One Piece continuing, and then we've got Shokugeki no Soma as well on Fridays as well. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, I've been your host Kai from Kaizo Ticket Corner, member of the Double O Club, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. See ya. Hey guys, Kai from Kaizo Taker Corner here, member of the 00 Club. Hopefully you enjoyed the first video and the first chapter review of Fuka, chapter 119. Like I said, I will be doing it every Wednesdays because I'll read them via Crunchyroll, and the official releases come out Wednesdays. So please support the official releases. So if you've got a Crunchyroll subscription, please check out Fuka and read it when you can as well. Well, so because this is the first chapter review and a bit of the new segments with the anime as well thrown into this is a kind of long video as it is already, and I will be stating already that the new segment will be part of the intro and part of the outro of the video, so that it's going to be one of the longer videos I've ever made because I wanted to incorporate a lot of things and done a quick little introduction that was all over the place, but I also included that into the mix as well. But like I said, when there's more videos, I will be posting. I will be doing other chapter reviews into the I format, so the I card, like always, hit the I anytime during this video if you want to check out other manga reviews, and then I will be continuing, and then it will be transferring to the. I haven't done the I card for the other past videos, and I will be putting that. I will be correcting that while this gets uploaded. While I do this, because I got last week's videos to do as well. So other than that, hit the I anytime at this video so you can check out my last week's One Piece, my last week's Fairy Tail, my last week's Bleach live reaction videos, all in there, and you can check out their playlist as well by hitting that I anytime at the video at the end here as well. If you liked what you saw and you want to continue following me for these Fuka chapter reviews, you can hit that subscribe button as well, and you can then, and if you want to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, you can follow the links down in the video description. And if you've got Anime Amino, you can follow me there. I don't really post on that much, but I have got an account, and if you want to follow me there, please do. Just search Kaizo Taker Corner on the Anime Amino app, and I'll see you there. Sit there whenever I get the chance to. But other than that, this has been your host, Kai from Kaizo Taker Corner, member of the 00 Club, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. See ya.